Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to it on a Wednesday. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We're going to have 3 short segments because the spillover went long, but that's okay because it was good stuff. 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line, Honda Lincoln hotline. If you want to join in, hit us with a what's up, and we'll have a conversation. Starter Heyman live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter live where you can see what's going on in the studio. Jay Foreman, let them know about the Mercado.
84th and Havelock, certified Piedmontese, special ingredients and butcher shop. They have They have a shop there where you can take home meals, street tacos, pasta, big old thing of lasagna, seafood, their own seasonings, any type of cut of meat, any type of meat you want. Plus their appetizers, entree, and dessert menus off the chart.
Jay Foreman, it has been a busy day around the program. Got to hear Mickey Joseph talk again today.
What did he say?
He was.
Were you there? Were you there?
No.
Who was there? Rashawn was there?
Nick was there. Nick was there.
And Nick forgot to tell him about the atomic dog.
Yeah. We're gonna have to send you down there.
Hey, you know what?
We're gonna send you down.
You remember that time Nick barked?
Yeah.
That's what we should have Nick do.
Oh. was that really a bark though?
He was like old yeller.
Yeah, it was not quite a grown up dog bark. It was not a Carter Longy depth.
Yeah, he didn't have that, but he had the head. It was more like a wolf.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah,
like he gave a legitimate effort. It was
I was picking up a Scooby snack. I saw Nick at Hy-Vee. He said he was picking up some stuff. He was in had a little shopping cart. He looked all grown up.
Trying to be a grown up. Yeah. Well, he's got a girlfriend now, so he's living a different life these days. We're happy for him. We're proud of him. Have you met her?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's just we're happy for him.
Yeah. I kicked his coverage, but yeah, as far as Mickey Joseph, I don't know what he said. I mean, what did he say? Anything?
Well, a lot of the discussion. I mean, a short week. He said the coaches were working long. Coaches were there till 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, putting in game plan and installs and all the notes, and they were going into personnel profiles about depth chart, and he feels pretty good about it. He did laugh at a few reporters. What I love about Mickey's pressers now that if you ask a dumb question, he will just laugh at you. He would just laugh and go, "I'm not answering." Like they asked him, like, "What are you going to do defensively to shut down the 11-on-7 vibe that Rutgers puts out there?" And he goes, "I can guarantee you there'll be 11 defenders on the field." He's like, "I'm not telling you my game plan. Like, I'm not going to do it. Like, so you can put it on the internet." No, he said, "I'm not going to."
The internet.
I'm not going to do it. So there's confidence in the program. It seems a little different. Whipple yesterday was on fire, and folks are still talking about that. Him saying that, quite frankly, we have to be better. Different expectation.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's
they should win the Big Ten West.
You got to believe it. I mean, you're not going to just luck up into being you're not going to luck up doing anything good. I mean, you might, you might just bump your head and win a game and just luck up into it. But I'm talking about if you're really trying to win, you got to believe it. Like, you got to believe it internally in yourself. And then collectively, everybody's got to do it. So that's what he was saying. Like, what he's really trying to say is, whether he was referencing what he said to the players or just saying in general, he can't believe it and then you don't.
Well, he said the players couldn't believe it because they hadn't experienced winning.
Well, sure. But at the end of the day, when you show up every season, even when I played for Houston, if you would ask me in the offseason, I never showed up to a game not thinking I was going to win. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand.
Except the David Carr years, you
but I never showed up and saying I'm gonna just go through the motions,
right,
and just get to the game.
Right.
I was like, I'm thinking like, okay, well, we got to do this on defense, we got to do this on special teams, and we just need the offense to do A, B, and C. That's how we're going to win the game. I always think there's always a way to win a game. And so, but you got to believe that. And so if they start to believe it, then you're going to see their actions really, really change. And then their actions will actually match up to all the words that they were saying in the offseason. And it'll be a totally different feeling. That's why when I talk about that winning feeling and that euphoria or that drug that can be addictive, that means you will do anything in your power to replicate that. You know what I'm saying? In a good way, because you're doing it. And yeah, in most of the time it sucks. And this is what people don't understand is like, I'm sure they understand. I mean, life sucks the majority of the time, right? That's why you really cherish the good times and people in your families. Obviously with the tragedy here in Lincoln and numerous ones, across the world. But a lot of times sports sucks. It does. You're up early. You ain't sleeping in. You most likely aren't going to be able to do a lot of the functions that are going on in the college experience, because you're making sacrifice, because you're at school or practice generally, right? Can't go to parties. So and then, then it's not easy to play football. The training's hard. The discipline's hard. The playbook's hard. You know what I mean? Your time constraints is hard. And then to go out there and play a game for 3 hours, you work extremely hard all year long, all off season, all year long to only play 12 games. So a lot of times sports sucks, but it's worth it when you put in that as much work as possible and then some, and you do it as a unit, then you never think about it. Not once does a team that wins the championship or has a good season think like, man, you remember when we ran that extra sprint? That was such a waste of our time. You know what they're thinking? They're thinking like, dang, well, maybe next year we need to run 5 more because then maybe we can win 2 more games. What else can we do to get over the hump? You get what I'm saying? Say maybe a little bit prior, we're trying to do the same things and just waiting for that kind of like breakthrough. Well, that breakthrough that you're waiting for is 6 or 7 teams to kind of lay an egg. It ain't happening in the Big Ten. You want to know why? The players are too good. The coaches are too good. The scouting department's too good, or whatever. The roster management guys are too good. The recruiting's too good. The facilities are too good, and the players are too good. That's it. I mean, there is no days off in the Big Ten. I mean, we saw it the first game of the season. You go over across Ireland, half step against Northwestern, you're gonna get embarrassed.
And the program's still recovering from that.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not. Yeah, yes and no. I think it's in the rearview mirror because if you start to play consistent football, then consistent wins come. Then at the end of the season, you still recognize Northwestern, but you evaluate it from last week on. Because essentially it is 2 seasons. After the bye week, I mean, it is. I mean, and it's not, we talked about record books before, about, Barry Bonds and all, but that's just the way it is. And so, I mean, they got a tremendous opportunity and, make it, I mean, there's a lot that you could do. And I mean, if you're not motivated to play football,
ooh, well, the physicality should be enough.
I mean, just
it should be enough.
It's just the competition, man. I mean, I'm thinking about it now. I forget somebody asked, like, do you miss playing? I was like, well, yeah, of course I miss playing, but I'm like, physically, I know there's not even I don't even want to, right? But yeah, you miss playing. But I was like, I miss the competition more though. And the competition isn't just on Saturdays or Sundays or Thursday, whenever the games are. Or, you know what I mean? The competition is getting ready to play against the best out there and doing that's the competition. It's within yourself and then to test yourself. That's getting, and you want to see where you're at. You're gonna be sometimes you get on the bus after a game like, man, today was not my day. I got handled. Got handled. The competition. Okay, what am I just going to just tap out or, curl up, or am I going to bow up and figure it out?
I wanted to ask you a question. We'll throw it to break. We've got 3 short segments to get into this hour, so we'll play nice. A couple of things, Jay Foreman. You can tell me where you want to go. I wanted to talk because I'm an outsider to this, so the Matt Davison news, I'm trying to get my bearings on what that means and what fans think about it. I also today's the final day of Major League Baseball. The playoff, the wild cards are set. We got some of that to talk about. And then there's NBA preseason games where the season is under play. You tell me where you want to go. You let us know when we get back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Wow, did you ever save me money on my car?
Yes, that's why our customers keep coming back.
How do you do it, friendly car dealer ?
We simply have low overhead and high trade-in values. The next line's yours.
Oh.
Ready for something better? Mullen Motors is a no-hassle, no-pressure dealership with financing available. Check out the inventory at MikeMullenMotors.com.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
It's time again for Lincoln's Best Oktoberfest, the 7th annual Piedmont Oktoberfest, October 8th from 5 to 11 p.m. Enjoy dozens of beers, amazing local food, live music, costume contests, stein holding contests, yodeling, and more, with tickets starting at only $33. Live music by the B Street Band, provided by Aloe Fiber, and safe rides home, provided by Z-Trip and the Nebraska Department of Transportation Highway Safety Office. Get your tickets today at the shops at Piedmont.com. Use promo code THETICKET to receive 10% off your complete order. It's the Piedmont Oktoberfest, the shops at Piedmont.com.
The weather in Nebraska is unpredictable every day, and that's no fun when you're trying to golf. Double Eagle Golf in West Lincoln is now open to let you play in perfect indoor conditions daily. Double Eagle Golf has 5 simulator bays to hit in, by far the most in Lincoln. It has a fully stocked bar with beers and cocktails for you to enjoy while you play. Double Eagle Golf is open each weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can start the day there, take a client over lunch, or end the night with friends. Check out Double Eagle Golf today inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at Wingstop.com.
Explain to me again why we're sleeping on the ground.
Because we're thramping, thrift camping. It's saving us money and getting us closer to nature.
But we don't need to thramp. I just combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly cloudy skies expected here for our Wednesday. We'll top out near 75. Winds out of the northwest at around 15 to 20. Overnight mainly clear. A low dropping down to around 50. We'll see a high tomorrow of 73, but could see falling temperatures by the afternoon as a strong cold front moves in. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let's bring it back. Carter Laundrie running the board. How are you, young sir?
Pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, did you respond to Mr. Hollywood's offer?
I haven't yet. I've been a little under the weather the past couple days. So.
Yeah, well, let's reach out while the iron's still hot.
All right.
When Hollywood calls you and says, "Hey, we want your voice," you call.
What you waiting on?
Like I said, my voice, the thing that is supposed to be kind of the gift, is that it was really struggling the past couple days. So I didn't think it was probably the best impression to talk to.
Well, he knew. He heard you. He heard you in person. He saw you face to face.
Suppose.
Yeah, he knew what he was getting. Jay, when Hollywood says, "Hey, I got a voiceover company. I need you to work for me."
Oh yeah, you gotta do that, man.
That's
James Earl Jones he isn't Darth Vader no more. You could just you just pull right in there.
Right.
All right.
Set it up, young Vader.
Yeah.
Just sell it up, man. Today's news was that Matt Davison is moving away from the Huskers athletic department and part of an NIL coalition. I'm curious because I'm an outsider, so no skin in the game. But watching and listening to people's reactions to Matt Davison, what's the story? Who is Matt Davison? I understand the catch, and I know he's doing. He's part of the broadcast team. But there seems to be kind of a bridge between those that love and those that do not. I don't know. Understand it enough to get it.
I think this, probably just. Him and Scott are best friends, or real close friends. So they kind of both are in it together. So then things didn't work out. So then. Right now everybody's going to take their shots.
Okay.
Just like they did when Frost was fired. So look, Matt, big part of the program for a while. We've been calling games some form of fashion, I think, since 99 or 2000.
Okay.
I mean, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a long time. And then he, moved in and, help raise money and stuff. So he did some stuff there in a positive light. Probably was a big factor in getting Frost to be here. And you can't be mad that we hired Frost and Davison helped, because that was the only hire that we needed at that time. It was 100% throughout the whole state. This is the hire indeed. So it just didn't work out. So when it doesn't work out and you're in close proximity, I don't get into rumors and all that stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? And personally, to be honest with you, it's none of my business. I don't really care. I don't care what you do. All I care about is you coach good and you win. Now, within reason. Let's be honest, within reason. So, I don't really know. I don't really interact with a lot of people. And so, if I ever had an issue with something, I'm bringing it to you and we're gonna handle it however you want to handle it. So I never really had an issue. Now there's some things I didn't necessarily agree with, right? That's just part of life. That's part of being a teammate. So I think that's what it is. And I didn't really know what he was doing until I came in.
Mhm.
So it sounds like he's doing something with NIL or whatever. So I mean, it's just kind of, maybe he felt it was time. Maybe he felt like it was going to be, somebody else was going to tell him it was his time. So forth and so on. I think, I look at it, if you compare when Bo was coach, just Bo's personality,
Mhm.
right? Not his record, because the record between Bo and Scott, it's night and day. Bo's personality and what, I guess, Scott's personality or his tenure, it's really no different. When Bo was fired, or however, I don't even know what the correct word is, whether Bo whenever he was let go or being a coach, this state was literally 50-50 down the middle. Still got Bo leavers. That's what they called them. They were still calling in when Nice Mike and Grandpa Mike was the head coach. I think the feeling is same with Frost, maybe not 50-50, but there's still people that thinks that he should have, at least got to coach the rest of the year. And so when you're his partner in crime, or you're his best friend, I don't want to say partner in crime because people run with that, but people,
every
partner in crime is
word.
like your boy,
Yeah,
every single
yeah.
word,
Right.
Then you kind of are lumped in there with him, and so I don't think at the end of the day, he's going somewhere else. He's going to be successful at it. He's still kind of attached to the program. When you're involved in NIL and the two biggest programs that we got going on, I think, right, volleyball and football, you ain't too far away. He's still calling the games. He's just not working in the athletic department, it seems like. Again, I didn't read the article. I'm just going off kind of just what I was just pretty much told 40 minutes ago.
Okay.
So, but, I think at this day and time, it's easy for people to kind of light you up on social media and Twitter. I mean, at this point in time, I don't think Matt loses any sleep.
I rather ask than assume. That is how.
Yeah,
that
I
works
don't
for
really.
me.
I mean, look, man,
That's
I'm not just like when we talked about Frost, stuff I even said on air, I don't agree with.
Yeah.
That I know what a fact that probably would have helped you out. But at the end of the day, all the other stuff that's outside of football, those are not Jay Foreman's problems, nor do I need to make it my problems. And then also, look, man, you don't kick somebody, when a man's down. How much more you want to kick him?
Yeah, well, that was the news. I again, for things we know, things we do not know, move in order. I ask questions so that I get answers. We'll throw the break.
Didn't he let a brother get up in there though?
You know,
Didn't he let, what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Trev, are you listening to that big old office of yours? I'm calling you tonight, man. We about to get up in there. We about to turn this place out.
Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. I don't know how many NFL broadcasters are living in Lincoln. I think there's 2. We'll throw the break. We'll come back. We'll make somebody smile on Old School.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, our Monday night football. There's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the prime rib French dip or any of their famous chicken dips. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly cloudy skies expected here for our Wednesday. We'll top out near 75. Winds out of the northwest at around 15 to 20. Overnight mainly clear. A low dropping down to around 50. We'll see a high tomorrow of 73, but could see falling temperatures by the afternoon as a strong cold front moves in. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back to old school with DP and J.
Quick segment. I knew y'all hate quick segments, but we're behind the clock, so we'll get caught up here. It is the opportunity for us to make somebody smile, and quite frankly, with the folks from Beatrice Bakery's assistance, we can do so each day at this time. It's just a matter of saying to somebody, "Job well done." They are appreciated. They're seen. They're known. And at 8 o'clock tonight, Big Red Birdies with Lindsay Teal and Megan Whitaker from Women's Golf will do their weekly show from 8 to 9. And tonight's guest is a special one in that their head coach, Gene Sutherland, will join them on Big Red Birdies here from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I have to tell you, I hope that you caught Sam Hoiberg's show with Nate Linzer last night.
I listened to a little bit.
Linzer is
legit.
Like Linzer is legit. And then we had Kyle Perry and Charlie Fisher from Husker
Yeah,
baseball
Buckeye
break
was
it
up there that
down.
year, too.
Yeah, they broke it down.
Yeah, didn't they?
This is the part that's missing, right? And then we got a track show from 9 to 10 with Chris Ramsey and Nico Schultz. He tells the story of like passing out during events.
Yeah, I'd be done with that.
Yeah, like these, like some of the stories of these student athletes and these coaches. But think we had Carol Hoiberg, we had Fred Hoiberg, we had Nate Linzer. We've had several of the other coaches come in. Of course, Harvell and company. Bolt said he's coming in for the baseball shows. And now tonight, Coach Sutherland's coming in for Big Red Birdies. And we will welcome her in. We'll set together a care package from Beatrice Bakery to send so her and the coaching staff will know that they are appreciated. There's a lot. I mean, with the Matt Davidson news today, they're focusing NIL on football and volleyball. But I'll keep reminding folks, there are some amazing student athletes in these other programs.
Yeah, there is. And, I've ran into both female and male golf teams and coaches. They're all, I mean, they're both having really good years.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other sports, wrestling, and you talk about bowling and all that. There's a ton of opportunities for NIL for, I know that Davidson and them are focusing primarily on that, but don't close the door on some of these other sports and personalities because just because they don't play the big sports doesn't mean that they don't have a big following or have a big personality because they are definitely engaging. They're smart. They're thoughtful. They're thorough, and and plus they're good. Good people and good athletes. So it's a win-win all the way around.
It's a good story, and of course we have certain folks in this community who support the student athletes through these programs. I want to thank, of course, Dan Swanson from Candace Street Market. He's bringing meals and allowing folks to go shopping over there, student athletes to go get food and go get the necessities. The folks from Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul who feed the student athletes, the folks from Wingstop who take care of them on a regular basis, and then the folks from Lincoln's Pub who are also now making an effort to conscientiously feed these student athletes away from the training table, so they have other opportunities because the schedules often don't mesh. So it's good to have folks, and if you guys want to contribute, you guys know how to reach out, and we will directly set you up so that you can help out these student athletes here at the University of Nebraska. We'll go to break 5:00. It's baseball playoff time, and it's NBA preseason, and 2 days away from beat Rutgers. We'll talk about all of that when we come back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time for week 7 of the high school football season right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me this Thursday night live from Seacrest Field for a matchup between the Lincoln East Spartans and the Lincoln High Lynx. Both teams come in with a 3-3 record as well as featuring Division I recruits. Iowa State commit Benny Ngoyi suits up for the Lynx while uncommitted 4-star recruit Malachi Coleman represents Lincoln East. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. and you can hear all the action unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Combined our home and auto insurance with our State Farm agent, so we have a rate that fits our budget.
All right. Do you think our agent can bring us an air mattress?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken lips. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto in West O. Check us out at PriceRightAuto.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew live from Tipsy Tina's in the Haymarket as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brought to you by A1 Automotive, Mullen Motors, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Bauer Underground, Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group, and Ritchie Brothers.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're worried about it. We're going to talk it through because I this baseball talk. 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line, Honda Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm just going to say it. Jay Foreman, let him know about the Mercado.
84th and Havelock, certified Piedmontese and special ingredients, and their butcher shop. The appetizer menu and entree menu is off the charts. The dessert menu is good, and I'm not a dessert person, but the strawberry sorbet is really, really good. So,
yes, sir.
And they plenty of take-home options, seafood. You know, one of the coolest things, they have their own seasonings and own sauces and stuff. So that's pretty cool. You go in there, they got you covered. I would say they got you covered.
Carter, have you been out there yet?
So where? Mercado?
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, we got to send you out there.
Yeah.
We got to send young Buck out there.
Yeah.
Like, because they've got the
when you're
walk-in area.
with Carter, though, when you hear that voice,
Mhm.
this makes you want to just talk a little bit deeper. You try to compete with him.
So-
walk in. What's up, dog?
Yeah, like it's
you
I didn't win the lottery. I didn't win the genetic lottery.
With it.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, what's your name? I'm Carter.
Okay. So, have you heard Carter's story?
Nope.
Okay, so So Jay's never heard Carter's story. Okay. So Carter, tell Jay where you're from.
North Dakota.
What part?
Northwest corner, about an hour from Canada and an hour from Montana.
Dang. And how do you get to Lincoln? You go to school here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many people were in your high school?
30.
High school.
Or your graduating class?
Graduating class, 25.
25. So I was like, Carter, how'd you date, man?
Yeah. That is a good question.
How'd you date?
Date up?
We already talked about this.
Well, not with Jay. Like, Jay doesn't know the story. The Hall of
Dated
Famer deserves to hear the Carter Laundrie story.
I mean, I don't know what's that crazy about it. I mean,
It's a great story. Like, he was telling stories of, like, so I asked, like, what fast food places do you have?
None.
You didn't have any? Like within, like, did you have one within like 30 miles or something, like Pizza Hut?
The only one that was within 30 miles was a Subway.
Yeah.
And then
Damn.
Closest McDonald's was a 45-minute drive.
Oh, you definitely got hit McDonald's. If you're going somewhere, that's guaranteed we hit McDonald's.
Right. So
Special sauce, lettuce, cheese.
So then I asked, well, what'd you do on like date night? Like, where'd you go? If there's no fast food place for you to like gather and meet
Eat
up.
at home? Eat, like, have a cook and stuff?
Drive around.
Where'd you go?
Did you guys have a strip you cruise?
One spot.
Just drive around town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't really a date spot.
They had
but,
a truck spot. They had a truck stop.
Truck stop there. They had like ice cream there and stuff. So
Yeah,
we
okay,
just-
I got
we
you.
just
Hey,
go
man,
hang
you
out
got to
there.
do what you got to do,
Had
man.
a little seating area.
Yeah. And Carter,
Yeah.
Carter, multi-sport athlete, right?
Yeah.
Linebacker.
You
right?
had to be.
Right?
You-
Line-
and you had to play-
linebacker,
but-
tight end,
and you
and
had
play
to play
tight
both
end.
ways. I was about to say, you ain't showing up at that football practice. I'm,
Right.
oh, yeah, I'm only playing running back.
Yeah.
I know you ain't. You playing running back, receiver, you the backup right tackle.
Had to kick sometimes.
You
you know?
doing everything.
I love it, man.
That's great, man.
I love it. I love his story, man. I really do. But I still need to know. I'm like, because you date somebody,
But
like you done.
how close was the closest like next town?
Like 10 miles.
Oh, so you
But
could
it
do
was
that.
it was another one that was real small.
Yeah, but still, I mean, was there a lot of towns around like within like 10, 20 miles?
Not really.
plus-
no.
oh,
There
dang.
was the one that was 10 miles away. Next two closest were each about 30.
But see, they got cell phones, they got social media. I mean,
No, yeah, there's a lot of crosstown dating within like an hour radius.
Yeah.
He said if he had one bad dating experience, it would travel like through all the neighboring cities.
Oh yeah.
They go, oh, there's that Carter
Yeah.
Laundrie. You got
They have APB on. Yeah, this is the car he drives. 'Cause
he
you know they
dated
don't
my
got-
sister. He dated my sister too.
He couldn't wait to get to college. I bet. Hey, you got your graduation thing from high school. Went right to Lincoln. I'm here.
I'm out.
I'm out. Just living.
It's a wrap.
I hear you, man.
It's a wrap. No, I
It's
needed
all
Jay.
good.
I needed Jay to hear that story. It's so today's the final day of the season. All 15 games are being played right now. Like all 15 games, the final day. Wild card Friday, and the matchups are all set, and we have that. But the MVP conversation thing, I want to ask you both, and Carter, I'll start with you just because. Judge in his 62 had a chance to triple crown. I didn't know if he was going to play today. He was down 4 points in the batting average, but he got the 62 and he leads the league in RBI. If he could bypass the kid from Minnesota, he would have had a triple crown, which puts you in a different conversation. But Shohei Ohtani just threw his 162nd inning, which qualifies him as the first guy in history, right? By qualifying the leaderboard for both pitching and the Triple Crown. This hasn't had like 162 innings.
Did Ohtani win last year?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could go back to back, but I feel like in a year where Judge breaks a record, he already won
Yeah, that's
last
what
year,
I
and
meant.
if
Yeah.
voter fatigue is real in every sport. So I mean, I think they're both very deserving of it, but I think there's probably a pretty good chance that Judge is going to win it.
Yeah,
I think that's the voting process. But if it's your team and you get to start and pick one player.
If I got to pick one player, I'm going to take Shohei
Hmm.
because his value on in the field and on the mound and at the plate is unmatched.
Well, that value thing is a part of the MVP.
Oh, I know.
Like
but
it's
I'm-
literally the second word. Jay, you got a choice.
I'd go with Judge. I mean, it's a special year. It's not downplaying anything Otani's done, but
he was
in this
the
day and
starter
age,
in the All-Star game.
In this day and age, the way that pitchers can pitch, and nobody's really done it to this level. And he broke the American League record.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Would you have hit? You're headed to the playoffs. Would you have hit Judge today to go for the batting title, or would you have just let it run?
That's up to him. That's up to him, man. I mean, that's a if it's something that he wants to do and go for it, of course you want him to try to. I mean, because it's a special time, man. I mean, this isn't something that you're never going to get this, chance again. So of course I would do it. I mean, I would try to go for it. Because you're not only making history with breaking the American League record, you're making the history to get Triple Crown. I mean, that's next level. I mean, that's you moving past some really good players doing that. But that's would be the double cherry on top. But he's had a phenomenal year.
How much do you think he gets next year?
As much as he wants. There's going to be the two teams that are kind of like battling out for him, right? So say like it's the Yankees and then you hear the Giants.
Yankees, Braves, Dodgers, Giants, Padres.
Yeah, well, right now you hear the Giants because he's from the Bay Area. Then there's going to be the team that comes out of nowhere, and if he has Scott Boras,
Nationals. Never.
If he has Scott Boras, he is going to break the bank.
Never happens. We're never that lucky.
There's always that team that comes out of nowhere that just like, all right, they're giving you $400 million, $550.
See, I would have. It's interesting, right? That George Springer was the guy, and he ends up in Toronto.
Never thought about it though. Toronto was never a player until they played the last card.
Yep, they sat back and waited and watched.
They let everybody else, even like the Kawhi Leonard thing. He kind of it was Clippers came, and then the Clippers deal came because they said, okay, we'll clear the whole roster out, and then he wanted Paul George. Out of nowhere. Everybody thought he was going to go to the Lakers and stuff. Then he just went across the street. It's always that. It's not always, but that's in these big time deals. It's that team that comes out of it like, yeah, we've been
storing up.
We've been storing up, and we ain't really been that good. But we're going to give you a whole bunch of money.
What about the Cardinals, who have players who are leaving? 3 legends who are stepping down.
It'd be a good move for them. I think Aaron Judge fits St. Louis too. You know what I'm saying?
Because not everybody does.
Right, but he fits. He fits kind of. He's not outlandish. He's a reserves type of superstar. You can kind of trust him out in the community. He's not. He's a safe, but he's a very productive player. He's in his prime. You can build around him. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see.
I just think, from a number standpoint,
I mean, what the Yankees going to do? They ain't gonna. They're going to be stingy on the check.
Well, they've got a full roster of stars. So, quite frankly, that they're going to have to eat the luxury tax and just say, screw it, we're going to give you whatever you want, but we'll because they're going to double pay for Judge. They're going to pay him his salary, and then they're going to pay the luxury tax on top of it.
Yeah.
But I would think that you keep Judge and move some other people.
Who would you move?
Literally anybody else.
Would you get rid of Garrett Cole?
Yes. Has Cole given you?
No, he has not.
He hasn't given you what
you
expected, and the difference between an everyday player versus a
1 and 5.
Cirque says, he goes, never get lucky. The Nets had Bryce Harper and Juan Soto. They don't deserve anyone else. Yes, they do. So they were so bad.
Yeah, didn't they have
they had Strasburg. It's Strasburg,
Scherzer, right?
Yeah. Well, but in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Consecutive. Yeah. I mean, they got Strasburg and Harper back to back. Soto wasn't even the guy. Soto wasn't the star in the program. It was Victor Robles. Robles was the one that everybody went nuts over and was the minor league future star of them all. It's because they had to bring Soto up.
I mean, sometimes
and they expected nothing. Like nobody knew who Juan Soto was when he came up to the big leagues.
But here's the deal. Once you bring him up, why didn't you pay him?
It's Washington. It's the Lerner family. It's the Lerner family. I mean, think about this.
Like you hit the gold mine with him, right? Like you kind of like
You
fell
won.
into him.
You didn't sign Harper.
Right. There's no reason not to. At the end of the day, you might be terrible, but you got to sign him because he's
Yeah.
going to put butts in the stand.
Yeah, you literally gave away Trey Turner and Max Scherzer at the same time.
Mad Max.
Like, how does that even, like, that's when I again.
I like Max. You want to know why I like Max? Because there's times I walk around and be talking to myself, and that dude be doing it out there in the biggest stage out there.
Yeah.
Hey,
right?
He be having some car. I would just like to follow him around his house and just listen to him talk to himself because it just don't be he will lie to you and say, yeah, it's only when I'm pitching. Nuh-uh.
No, his
He's
wife
mowing
said
the lawn.
he has 8 puppies that his wife runs the puppy adoption foundation in DC, and she says that's why he wants all the puppies around because it always seems like he's talking to somebody.
And he be having conversations with him too. Hey, how was that puppy chow? Good? Yeah, okay. Can I?
You don't talk to your dog?
Yeah, I talk to him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I don't think. But he's kind of in a conversation like a look. Oh, okay, that's what you mean. I mean, he's the type of dude that really thinks he knows like dog language.
I would pay you to watch football with your dog and record it. Because I know you talk to your dog. You talk to your
when that Northwestern game, me and my dog Buddy was just talking.
Buddy just put his paws up like I don't know.
You know what he did? You know what Buddy did? He was looking at the game, and once he saw that onside kick, he just went right. He just jumped right in my chest. He's like, dang.
You need a hug.
He was like, dang. Dang.
You need a hug. It was. I love dogs in sports. It's one of my favorite.
And they be knowing too, man.
My goodness,
knowing, man. They know. They know, like, man, this is our owner is not happy about this game. They probably think like, man, this dude watching this again. Here we go. They see it on your face.
Well, we would always adopt, and the dogs would get in my lap. They would get in my lap, and then they would put their head in between me and the TV so that they're watching, but I can't see.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I got the right dogs. Like, these are my people. So, all right. So we'll do that. Is there anybody that jumps out at you? I mean, who's your pick, Carter? Who's going to win this whole thing?
The World Series?
Yeah.
Oh, the Braves.
I don't know.
I would have said the Braves, except Freddie Freeman is the story's going to end up being Freddie Freeman beating the Braves in the championship in the series.
But do you think Freddie Freeman has it in him to stick the dagger in the heart against the Braves? He seemed like he kind of soft.
He led the league in hits.
No, I'm talking about against the Braves.
Oh,
to destroy them.
Oh, he hitting them into the chop house. And
he seemed like he was soft. He seemed like he was still a little hurt that he wasn't there.
Well,
blame
his agent.
It was a mix up between him and his agent.
Yeah,
which is weird because the agent don't do anything unless you tell him to.
Yeah.
But that's what the agent's there for, to blame him.
Who you got, Carter?
We'll say it's the year of the Yankees. Judge breaks the record and they win the series.
Oh. Okay. All right. I mean, I think for me, the Astros in me still.
Yeah, I always got that sauce.
Verlander, look, that pitching staff is ridiculous. I mean, it's good.
They
as good as the
Verlander. They're like, man, you hit through 5 innings, just chill.
Yeah,
he's done that 3 times this year.
Yeah, just
3 times in a year.
We know why, right? Like Kate Upton. Come on, like that dude won the lottery. Like,
yeah, but this dude, I mean, he has the gas in the tank to go the full 9 innings, and he's no hit through 3 times this year.
And I don't think he had the best season.
3 times though.
Look,
you would like to think he would have got 1. He probably like, man, I done done this before. It ain't that big a deal.
I'm a fan. I'm a Verlander fan. I'm still. I like Alvarez because he's the throwback to the old day of Willie McCovey left-handers and Stargell hitting bombs all over from the left-hand side. There just doesn't seem like to be a lot of them. And I like their lineup. Their lineup is pretty good.
I saw what the Braves do. It must be 7th inning stretch where they turn the lights off and everybody has they do the chop and everybody has like either lights on their phone. You seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
It intimidates opposing pitchers.
One, they used to do the flash. The Braves would do the flash.
Yeah, but this one is cool. I mean, I don't know if the people out there on the text line, if you can text it in or tweet it. It's kind of like the light show with Nebraska.
Okay.
It goes dark, Then everybody has the light on their cell phone. They start hitting the chop on just in the extended version too. So you waiting out there, you can't warm up nothing. You just see 20,000 people just chopping ready. Just
Would Coach Osborne have approved?
No, Coach Osborne. I'm gonna tell you about Coach Osborne though. He got heart of a champion. We played up in Colorado one time, and I remember he was like, "Listen here, when you come out of this locker room, you better have your helmet on." Because they were throwing batteries and pennies at us. Man, we came out that locker room. It was like ping, ping. It felt like little pellets, right? So we're coming out there, and they had like Van Vader, the wrestler.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know he went to Colorado.
It's Vader time.
So he came down through like the student section, and the place went nuts. Well, then that Buffalo hadn't started running yet.
Mm.
And there's a picture of Coach Osborne. Man, he ran literally from me to you, Coach Osborne. Coach Osborne stood his ground and was like, "Get that thing out of the way." And that was a big old buffalo. I was like, yeah, we about to dig off in y'all today.
Yeah, you got to do.
Yeah,
we're led.
Yeah.
We're being led. It's there.
Don't let the all shucks fool you, because Coach Osborne was about that business up in Colorado.
What was your favorite Tom Osborne, Coach Osborne moment?
There was two. One, it was after we beat Florida, and we're all in there celebrating. Whether you got, some guys are in their towels, some guys are in their jogs, and here comes T.O. I think just came right out like, I don't want to be talking about Coach Osborne and his draws, and he just addressed the team like, hey, like he's just like, I'm here, we champs, like, but it was quick though. Like, I don't know if we wore him out because that team was wild. I don't know if we wore him out. He was like, hey, look, man,
You telling me
you guys
Coach,
are the
Coach
best.
Osborne went commando?
No.
Okay, don't scare
No,
me.
he had like his boxes on. But he was just like, it was. I was like getting up front I want to hear like a speech, like,
right.
We we're thinking like, all right, we might be one of the best teams ever. He's like, you guys deserve it. You guys are champions. You guys have done it all year from this, and this, da 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 da. Congratulations, you're champions. Gone.
That was it.
I was like, what?
That was
and
it.
then we just started getting hype again. So that was it. Then my first favorite story of Coach Osborne, it was 2-a-days, and they used to have the track out there, and so we would, we had the two fields and then the field in between the track, and it was hot as all. I remember looking up in the sky, and I was like, damn, it's hot in Nebraska. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is like, I'm like, dang, we out here, and I'm sitting there like, we need to be in the cook, right? And I was dog tired, feet heavy. Coach Osborne was like, we talked about redshirt, and I said, look, Coach, this conversations, we already talked about with my dad, I'm redshirting. He's like, well, you're good enough to play. I was like, no, I ain't. So then I started feeling a little bit more comfortable and try to mess with him, right? And I was like, dang, Coach. I was like, you broke us down today. I said, you've been working us like no other. He took a couple steps. He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, but by the first game, I'll have you built up and ready to go. And then murked out on me. But he was always like that quick. That was it. And then the other story, which I wrote about in my book. So when Coach Osborne, like, so for me to get to Nebraska, it's weird. I grew up, my oldest Uncle Butch went to Cincinnati. He wanted to come to Nebraska because he played offensive line. But back then, they really didn't recruit African-American offensive linemen. So he went to Cincinnati. And he kind of followed Nebraska. He knew Nebraska kind of started lifting weight. So he brought that back to when my dad was in high school at Frederick. So, but then everybody, all my other uncles and my dad, of course, and then my, play uncles, all of them went to the University of Miami. So we grew up as a Miami household. Everybody. And so Nebraska would always lose to Miami or a Florida team in the Orange Bowl. So, but then one of my best friends growing up, when I first moved to Minnesota, his name was Jason Spinharney. Pale white kid, red hair. I mean, fire red. Red is your notebook over there. Mm-hmm. But we'd always, we played basketball together, played foot. We did everything together. When I first moved in, he was the first kid I met, and we've always been close friends. But he loved Nebraska. His family from, Nebraska. And that's all. I mean, literally, Coach Osborne and the Huskers is all he talked about. He's like, every year it'd be like, this is our year. We're going to win. I'm like, man, yeah, until you get down to them Hurricanes, and I had the Hurricane, auto wearing that, all that. And so we were playing Lane Kiffin and them in the crosstown rival game. It was like Lane Kiffin. They had 2 other D1 dudes, and Coach Osborne was there to look at Lane, or whatever, and all those guys. And I didn't even know, being a ball boy and Monty Kiffin coaching there, I didn't even know Monty started the black shirts. I was oblivious to a lot. My dad was like either kept me sheltered, or I was just like a ditz, didn't know anything. I'm just there to clean up jocks and hang out. I was, just doing what I was supposed to do. One thing led to another. I had a good game. Well, Coach Osborne shows up at the high school, and it was like literally parting of the Red Sea at my high school. And I remember being in social studies class with my favorite teacher, Dwayne Perjak, and Jason come running in here. He was like, ran right in the middle of the class, turned the lights on. He's like, Jay, Coach Osborne is here. And even Dwayne Perjak was like, oh,
that's a big deal.
You can go, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So then he was down in kind of the cafeteria, and I was looking up, I was up top and I saw him. And back then they couldn't talk to you, but I knew he was coming to an in-house visit. And I didn't really think a big deal because I had other coaches coming or whatever. So he gets there right on time, 8 o'clock or whatever, on time like always. I mean, he worked Chuck Foreman over. I mean, Chuck was coming at him. Like, why would he need to go to Nebraska? He can go to he got a Miami offer. He was coming at him pretty hard. But Coach Osborne just systematically just gut punched Chuck Foreman, got him down. And then finally I'm sitting there. They talked for like an hour and a half. I'm just sitting there, just like nodding my head. And I kept looking through the media guide, because when I'm looking through the media guide, I'm trying to see who the running backs are, right? Because that's all I play, really, running back and play a little DBs. And I was like, oh yeah, Lawrence Phillips, he's a freshman, he might be all right, right? And I'd never really watched Nebraska. Then we got down to the end of the visit. Coach Osborne was like, you got any questions? And I'm like, I'm trying to think of what I want to ask him, right? My dad already asked him about 50. So I asked him 2 questions. I say, look, Coach, if I go play in this high school all-star game, back then, you want to be right. You thought it was a big deal. So if I got hurt, would you still honor my scholarship? He was like, without a doubt, when or if you commit to me, your commit is from that, it's your word, right? So that made me feel good. Then he's like, you got any more questions? And I knew I remember I watched one Nebraska game and they said Dr. Tom Osborne. So I'm thinking it's like a nickname, right? So I said, man, did you play basketball? I said, you play basketball or something? Because I'm thinking Dr. J, right? Yeah. He was like, nah, man, I got my master's in it. I got my master's in this, and this. Man, I felt about this big, man. I felt like I was the dumbest person in the world. He probably looked at me like, man, that's one of the dumbest questions somebody asked.
Like, let me take that offer away.
Right.
Let me take that
yeah, they probably got in the car, him and Ron Brown, like, his grades are good, but he don't know how to common sense.
There's no basic
stuff.
stuff.
So that was about it. And then after that, the rest is history.
We will throw it to break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little hoops. It's preseason. Exhibition games are on. I turned on my TV last night. There were exhibition NBA games. I wasn't sure.
Hey, did you see that French dude?
Yeah.
Man, he cold-blooded.
7'3".
I like his quote though. He's like, yeah, any other year, I was just born. I was born, so any other year he'd be a number 1 pick. But this year, since I was
7'3", went
37 on you.
Take 7 for 11 from 3.
But take the step back 3 though from the corner though, in your eye.
Yeah. Young man, these tall young men are getting more skilled, and it's going to be dangerous. We'll talk about some hoops when we come back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smooth. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online at deckcityne.com.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days, with both day and night shift schedules available. Stand-up forklift and high-reach forklift experience is a plus for open positions, but they're willing to train for those without experience. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs. You know that feeling after a good, hearty meal? The worries of the world just slip away. Time slows down. Nothing but good times and good company. That's what you get with Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Mary Ellen's does food right, with a menu that includes smoked wings, pulled pork, brisket, catfish. And don't sleep on their sides: shrimp and grits, collard greens, baked beans. It's food that makes your heart happy. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, just east of 27th and Pineland. Let them fix you a plate.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced, with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you can earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly cloudy skies expected here for our Wednesday. We'll top out near 75. Winds out of the northwest at around 15 to 20. Overnight mainly clear. A low dropping down to around 50. We'll see a high tomorrow of 73, but could see falling temperatures by the afternoon as a strong cold front moves in. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Registration is now open for winter sports leagues for adult basketball and youth basketball through Lincoln Parks and Rec. Adult kickball and volleyball registration are also open. Competitive and recreational leagues are available, so whether you're an athlete, a former athlete, or a wannabe athlete, there's a league for you. Plus, check out their paid opportunities for officials and referees. Contact Lincoln Parks and Rec to learn more or head to teamsideline.com/LincolnNE before October 16th to register your team. That's teamsideline.com/LincolnNE.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Old School. Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman. Carter Laundrie hanging in and running the board.
You know what I want to ask you?
Huh.
Say, hey, man, when you was up there at, man, I used to remember my address, man. You know what I mean? I used to always, 7370 Stewart Drive. That's yeah. I wanted to ask them, man, when you rode up in the 7370 Stewart Drive and you saw all 180 pounds, and I had this high top fade too. So here's how I used to get slick on them, DP. So I was listed at, first I was listed at 6'4". No, dang well, I was only about 6'1.5", but I had the high top, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, they don't know no different, right?
Yeah.
So I used to always rock. I always wanted to ask Coach Osborne, like, man, when you guys recruited me, man, you guys end up thinking I'd be a decent player? Just be honest. Let's just be in a circle of trust.
I would imagine they knew you.
I know Coach Darlington told me, like, man, you ain't good enough to play. I was hot.
Really?
It's safety, yeah. That's how I got in the linebacker. So first of all, I watched that bowl, Orange Bowl, and I saw Lawrence Phillips, and I said he's a freshman. I said, yeah, my running back days are over.
That's a step.
Okay. And then Coach Brown was like, see, Coach Brown almost kind of messed it up because he was like, yeah, man, I would like you on the offensive side of the ball. I know you can put, and then he's talking about playing wing back. I think I seen Abdul and Clester. Like Abdul had like 20-some catches. Clester might have had like 14. Like, man, I ain't running around flopping on the ground for no running back. You know what I'm saying?
You just out there bumping into people.
Right, but they did a good job. So then I was like, all right, I know I could play safety. And they didn't, in my high school, they never really let me play defense except for like 3 or 4 games. That's how I got my scholarship, when Nick Saban and Coach Osborne there was watching, other guys like, did good on D. Coach Darlington was like, nah, man. You ain't no. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, because what we had signed Octavius McFarland, and
so read the comment at the bottom. This is what my college coach said about me. I was heated. He called me a fair defensive outfielder. Right? And put it in the game like the program.
Yeah.
Put it in game program. Fair defensive outfielder.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm the best outfielder you have. I play center field for you, coach.
Said you fair.
Fair. So I said, you know what?
But did he mean it like that, or is that just
no? This was his way to get me to work harder at it, and I was an all conference defender. But
Coach Osborne did me like
it's
that.
What
once.
you said when they just tell you,
he did me. Coach Osborne did me like that once.
Yeah.
He tried to say something like I won I won the fastest. I was like, what? I was like, okay. So the whole offseason, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get for that. I busted out a good 40. I was like, yeah, you like that? He ain't say nothing. He just kept it moving.
He called me a fair defensive outfielder. I was like, bro, I woke up a really good outfielder.
But now to Coach Darlington's defense, we had signed Eric Warfield, who was a safety, Octavius McFarland, who was a safety, and Trey Creighton, who was a safety, all from bigger heights. There, let's see, Tavy and Eric's from Arkansas. Well, Texarkana is pretty much Arkansas and Texas. Tavy's from Arkansas, Bastrop, Texas, because football was created in Bastrop, just in case you didn't know. And then Trey was from San Diego, California. So I understood it. But then I fell into it, and we didn't sign a linebacker. And Kevin Steele, he was a linebacker coach. I know I wasn't playing no DN because you seen Grant and Wisham and all that. I was like, okay, then I'll play line. He's like, what do you think about playing linebacker? I was like, let's roll.
Don't have much choice.
Hey, I ain't gonna be last one. I ain't gonna be, I ain't with the ring around the rosy when you play the seat. Yeah, I ain't gonna be last one without no seat. Get in there.
You've been the towel boy waving the towel on the bench.
And then next thing you know, I'm a year later starting.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Simple. Have you got caught up in NBA yet? Has it landed with you yet?
Yeah, I saw this highlight of Ben Simmons shooting during the warm-ups. He shot a brick and hit Kyrie upside his head.
So funny.
Like, how you shoot a shot that bad that it slingshots off the side of the rim and hits this dude upside his head? And then he hid. I would have just acted like I made mine. Give me my change.
Who would you rather have? I mean, it seems easy, but Simmons or Kyrie?
As your teammate?
Yeah.
I can deal with Kyrie because he's so gifted, and when his mind's right, he can cook. Ben Simmons, I can't depend on you. You look like you scared.
Can you depend on Kyrie?
Well, both of them you can't really depend on. I think Kyrie with that, like, I could deal with Kyrie more just because I think when he shows up, he's gonna. Ben Simmons won't. I mean, he passed up a layup. Something that people go out there and they do them shows or like the contests where you do full court layups. You 6'10". I remember watching him in high school when he went to that prep school. It's like, man, this dude's gonna be good, and he was actually good at LSU. But you 6'10". There's not even that many people that's 6'10" in the NBA. And you ain't. I mean, when you 6'10", you got long arms. I think you probably only need like a 12-inch vertical to dunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you passed up a layup because you ain't want to shoot a free throw, bro. I could deal with Kyrie. Now, as long as he don't sit there and try to convince me that the world is flat and all this other stuff.
But you'd have to listen to it. How can you follow that dude?
Oh, I'm not. You asked who I could play with.
Yeah.
Because when he starts talking that, guess what I got? I got these right here. I got these right here. Yeah, I hear you, dog. But I'm trying to listen to this music real quick.
Just keep you.
I'd be every time Kyrie came around, I just put my headphones on. Unless he was talking about something with hoops.
Well, the experts, use that in air quotes. The experts.
I did see this.
Have selected the Philadelphia 76ers.
No, the one I saw was the Bucks were the favorite to win it.
Oh.
Golden State was second, which is weird. How is the defending champion that gets Wiseman back not the odds-on favorite?
And everybody else.
Well, I'm saying they won it without him, and he's a problem in the middle. They won it with like Moody or whatever his name in there. I don't know.
Yeah, the ESPN folks picked Philly, or two of the ESPN folks, and then there were a couple of the NBA folks. The Athletic folks picked the Bucks because they thought this would be a once in a lifetime year for Giannis. They think this is what happens in that space. But who's your team?
Golden State.
Still.
Oh, without a question.
Nobody else in the West. Not Phoenix, not LA.
Phoenix is done.
Okay.
I think Andre Ayton or whatever his name is, he's going to get traded to Indiana at the All-Star break. I think they're done. I think no matter how good they play, it's either going to be Devin Booker is going to have a game where he plays 48 minutes and 2 points, or Chris Paul is somehow going to pull a finger muscle and be out for 4 games. So and Crowder is gone. Crowder is in a contract dispute. So I think they're
Where does he end up?
Who knows? He'll be somewhere. But then you got to think with the Lakers. The thing that holds the Lakers back is you can talk about Westbrook and you call him Westbrook. The thing that holds the Lakers back is Antonio Davis. Until Antonio Davis shows up for 60 plus games and decides I am going to be the best player on this team, they'll never reach where they could be. You know what I mean? And that's with Westbrook and Beverly and all that. Plus they have a new coach. I just think Golden State, the way they play, they have depth, right? So the 2 years that they were battling the injuries with Clay being out essentially 2 years, Steph Curry, he always misses a month with like an ankle injury or shoulder or something. They were good enough to survive, and then they developed their talent. Now you got Wiseman coming back with the guys they played inside. Now they have a true inside force, and they D up. It's hard. I think Jimmy Butler and the Heat, their energy and they've overextended themselves, so they'll blow themselves out in the regular season. The New Jersey Nets is kind of like the outlier. If you can somehow KD's always going to bring his stuff. If you can get Kyrie, KD, and somehow get the most out of Ben Simmons, and him being at least a 2-level player inside and like 15 feet and in, and then let him, be like the on-ball defender to whoever you want to try to eliminate. I see them, but going up against Golden State and a true team, maybe Memphis the way they play, but it's weird because they play better without Ja than they do with him.
That's what the record says.
But if Ja,
That's what the record says, and it's substantial.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: if Ja if he becomes more of a creator and like a spot up shooter with his drive to the whole game, Memphis is a problem.
They've got pieces and they've got really good coaching. We'll toward the break. We'll come back. We'll close out. But I'll ask you this because one of these experts, air quotes, picked Luka as the best player.
I saw that. He ain't got no.
We will talk
With his
about
wax
who
body.
the best players are when we come back.
You got a wax.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. It's tailgate season. Why would you bounce around from place to place for all your beverage needs when you could have it all in one place? Wine, Beer, and Spirits has everything for your parties with their 3 locations in Lincoln, Grand Island, and Omaha. It's the largest liquor store in the state, and here's the best part. You can get a drink from their bar and walk around with it as you shop for all your tailgate necessities. Locally owned and operated, it's Wine, Beer, and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
The weather in Nebraska is unpredictable every day, and that's no fun when you're trying to golf. Double Eagle Golf in West Lincoln is now open to let you play in perfect indoor conditions daily. Double Eagle Golf has 5 simulator bays to hit in, by far the most in Lincoln. It has a fully stocked bar with beers and cocktails for you to enjoy while you play. Double Eagle Golf is open each weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can start the day there, take a client over lunch, or end the night with friends. Check out Double Eagle Golf today inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. Stand-up forklift and high-reach forklift experience is a plus for open positions, but they're willing to train for those without experience. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. In today's day and age, people are trying to do more and more projects by themselves. That might be better on the wallet, but it can also lead to painful sounds like this. Ow! Poor guy, trying to do wiring all by himself. Let's have another listen. It's just not worth it. Don't hurt yourself or make things worse than they are already. For any of your electric needs, call Joe at Ambition Electric today at 402-217-3415 or go to ambitionelectric.com.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening right here in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time and travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
Need to send a message? Send it with cake. Congratulations. Here's a congratulations chocolate rum cake from Beatrice Bakery. Thank you. Say thank you with an amaretto cake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit your mailbox with my car as I was backing out of the driveway and then continued right into your prized petunias. You say that with a lemon drop cake. Everybody knows that. Beatrice Bakery in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Here to help you say whatever it is you need to say. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment of Old School before we jump over to the Teammates Mentoring Hour. We've got another group of three exceptional people in the Lincoln community who are offering their time to the young people in this space to make their existence a little bit better. So we'll do that, and then Carter will chop it up from 7 to 8. Figure out. I think he can carry the mail for that. And then Big Red Birdies from 8 to 9, and then Crystal Elliott will come in and she'll chop it up. Let them know. The All-American will come in and talk about this bid for another national championship. 3 returning All-Americans in the five woman rotation. 3 All-Americans. There's a shot. That's what. So we're saying. So you got a shot.
That's called a leg up.
Yeah, Plus, Crystal's the closer. Right?
Right.
She's the closer. She's the finisher.
Yeah, the Undertaker.
Yep. You hear the music.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
You hear her music.
Hey, are you gonna watch the SMU UCF game tonight?
No.
Wednesday night college football on the field.
I love Wednesday night college football, but
it's not MAC action. But SMU was really good a couple of weeks ago. Then you got brothers talking about this. How you on a 2-2 team talking about you going on the transfer portal?
Yeah, because they were told they were it, and there were promises made. You know how SMU does business. They were doing business before everybody else was doing business.
Yeah, I wish if they would have called me up, I would have got me I probably would have got me a Camaro or something.
They got Craig James a whole new tractor, whole new
tractor, huh? A John Deere.
Yeah, they hooked him up. Showed up one day, walked outside, was like, "Oh, looky."
But this is a game that was supposed to be played October 1st, and probably because of the hurricane, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I watch it, man. Anytime football's on, that's when the weekend starts. You know what I'm saying, Carter? Thursdays is like
But I'm here.
And then it's hump day. You gotta turn it on, man. I mean,
I'm gonna be here.
They're 3-1 and 2-2. They always score a lot of points in this league. I remember watching UCF when Frost was there. I think SMU gave them the most, run for their money.
Yeah, that was.
And SMU was always like they
might
be
110 points in that game, wasn't there?
And SMU might be garbage, but they're gonna have some athletes.
Well, the system, I love their offensive system.
Yeah,
like that's some mad scientist. Like the dude got in a room.
Who is it? Spike? Is it Spike Dykes or
yeah.
Sonny Dykes? Yeah.
To go in and draw up some of the schemes that he's putting together is crazy. Like his offensive schemes, what he lets his players do, I'm all in. But I'll be here. Until Carter kicks me out.
You got to turn the TV on, man.
Until Carter kicks me out. Well, we can't turn it on. We can't turn it on when teammates.
Well, I mean, these games are 3 hours. It's going to go on to 9.
Yeah. Well, once the golfing girls get in, we'll see.
Have the golfing girls taken Jake out?
No, Jake has zero desire to be humbled by them.
I didn't even play a full 18 with Jake. And Jake, you could tell Jake grew up on a golf course, or whatever.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, Jake be out there talking to himself. It is full on comedy.
He and Tom Stevens both.
Oh well, I ain't never played with. I'm talking Jake.
You never played with Tom?
I've only played with Jake. Jake gave me the old bootleg time. He must have been trying to see if I was serious about playing with him. Man, we teed off at like 6:30 in the morning.
I think the
brother was
hookup
back is tight. You know, Jake had been there since 5:30.
Right.
I come right out the car,
talking himself through it.
Talking about why you ain't swing hard,
Yeah,
bro. I'm supposed to be asleep.
I think we can hook you up because the golf coach will be here tonight. Coach Sutherland will be here with the girls. I think we can get you out there with them.
I could. I'll make the own connection. I'm just saying, just with them, with Jake. I just want to see them react to Jake talking to himself.
Well, the funny thing was the bowling girls challenged Jake
To bowling?
Yeah, and he.
Oh, I can nah. That's one thing I know I can do is bowl. That's not
Really?
not to that level.
Okay.
But I know when I bowl, they're gonna be like, yeah, he can bowl a little bit.
Okay, so we'll set that up.
Oh
too.
yeah, I love bowling.
We'll set that up,
Yeah,
too.
so and I won't ever. I'm not showing up thinking I'm gonna beat.
We'll
him,
call
but-
coach. He'll set. He'll set it.
Oh, I like be with it. He gonna
Yeah.
be. He gonna be trying to play mind games. But
See,
I like
he's
that.
funny.
though.
He's
Yeah.
funny. Like he's a funny guy.
When you're at the Lewis family reunion,
Mhm.
it is serious.
You gotta
Okay,
show
so
up.
there's two sections of the families, right? And so there's the Florida family, and they think like they're like that's where I'm a part of, right? And then there's like the Chicago and everybody else side of like the Lewis side when we have our family reunion. And it's like you don't talk to them until after bowling's over. So we get to the bowl, we checked into the whole. We had it down in Atlanta, and everybody flew in, and so you do the whole pleasantries and stuff, like the Chicago and all them. Then once we knew we were bowling the next night, the Florida and Mississippi, we went and did our thing, and then we didn't really have any family reunion festivities after that.
And then some folks didn't talk after.
Yeah, because we want,
Some
Bob
folks-
Harlan, who runs the
Yeah,
Chicago, he
yeah.
had all the excuses.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys had an extra player.
Yeah, then we'll talk.
And one of them was like 10.
I'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's it for old school. We'll tore it up. And when we come back, it'll be teammates mentoring around. Stay tuned.